told you, did you hear?
You bet I did.
And you? Yes, did you believe it? Not at first, I thought they were kidding, so did I. But it's true, it certainly is the second son of Mr. and Mrs. Frederick C. Little. Turned out to be a...
Maybe they haven't heard.
Perhaps you're right.
Have you heard?
If you've heard, raise your hands.
Some haven't.
Maybe we should tell them.
I agree.
Go right ahead. You tell them. You can tell them.
Why don't you tell them?
I've got an idea. Why don't we all tell them? Good idea.
So where should we begin?
How about the beginning?
An excellent place to begin.
And let's begin.
The Adventures of Stuart Little.
Stuart Little.
Thank you. You're more than kind.
Was the second son of
Mr.
And Mrs.
Frederick C. Little.
I'm George, their first son,
Did you notice Little's new baby is not much bigger than her?
and have the sharp nose and the long tail of a.
As well as the pleasant chimera of a.
I do believe the little son is.
A mouse. And I am delighted, Stuart, though it is very unusual for an American family to have a mouse, even in New York.
Temperature.
98.6, normal for a mouse.
Heart and chest.
Sound as a dollar, maybe sounder.
Eyes, ears, nose, and throat.
Check, 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 and check. He's in excellent condition. You have a fine son there, Mr. and Mrs. Little. Please have that.
Feed 'em up,
Said the doctor.
feed 'em up, he's so cheerfully. Feed 'em up,
Give him food, make him strong.
feed 'em up, feed 'em up, feed 'em up. Bring 'em up, bring 'em up, bring 'em up.
Lots of food. Pile it on.
Pile it on.
Feed 'em up, feed 'em up, feed 'em up.
Bring on the bread
Bring more butter, cheese.
and more cheese.
If you please.
He's underfed
Bring more butter, cheese.
and more cheese.
And more cheese.
Feed 'em up,
Make him grow strong.
feed 'em up, be healthy. Give 'em food,
Lots of food.
Lots of food.
feed 'em up, feed 'em up, feed 'em up.
Bring on the bread
Bring more butter, cheese.
and more cheese.
If you please.
He's underfed
Bring more butter, cheese.
and more cheese.
And more cheese.
Feed 'em up, feed 'em up. Feed 'em up, so they'll be healthy. Give 'em food,
Lots of food.
Lots of food. Pile it up. Pile it up.
pick up.
Pile it up.
Feed 'em up.
Feed him up.
Pardon me.
As Stuart grew older, he was a great help to his family because he could do things a mouse could do, and he was agreeable about doing them. Stuart, my ping pong ball rolled behind the radiator. Can you get it for me?
Sure, George. Here you go, George.
Stuart, Mother has lost her wedding ring down the bathtub drain. Do you think you could be a good little fellow and fetch it out?
I'll try, Dad.
Okay. Why was Mother wearing her ring in the bathtub anyway? Yes, a fine little fellow indeed, but there will be problems, of course.
No child's perfect.
Oh, and the first of those problems we shall have to deal with right away.
What's that, Pop?
There can be no references to mice in any of our conversations.
Mom, what's that songbook?
It's a songbook that has nursery rhymes in it with mice.
What song?
I'm getting rid of 3 blind mice. See how they run.
Good idea. We don't want our son to grow up fearing that a farmer's wife is going to cut off his tail with a carving knife.
I guess we better do something about this, too. Twas the night before Christmas, went all through the house.
Not a creature was stirring, not even a, we can't say mouse.
How about grouse?
I said a shout.
What about louse?
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a louse. I think that's the best substitute.
Then I'll just rub out mouse and change it to louse.
You know the thing that worries me the most?
What's that, Pop?
That mouse hole over there. Stuart does look a great deal like a mouse, and I haven't seen a mouse yet that doesn't like to go into a hole.
There will be problems.
But no child's perfect.
Am I perfect, Pop?
No child's perfect.
Especially you, George.
The home of the Littles family was a pleasant place. Each morning the sun shined through the east windows. Stuart was an early riser. He was always usually the first one up.
It's nice to have the place all to oneself in the morning.
You don't have the place all to yourself, Bub.
Oh, hello, Snowbell.
You're up early, aren't you?
Yeah, I thought I'd come for a bit of exercise and then brush my teeth.
Your teeth aren't big enough to brush.
Yes, they are.
Or not.
Are two. Snowbell, I suggest that since we both must live under the same roof, that we try to exercise a measure of civility toward each other.
You mean get along?
Precisely.
I'm sorry, we aren't supposed to get along. That's what love doctrine to facts. This feud between us cats and mice goes back a long, long way. How far I cannot be precise, and so I dare not say. That's the way it always was, and thus will ever be. It's one of Mother Want a good set? Look at mine.
Very nice. Mine are all right too, even though they're small. And I'll bet with all the exercise I do in the morning, my stomach muscles are firmer than yours.
I bet they're not.
See that window shade in the next room with the pull cord and the ring?
What of it?
I bet I can grab the ring and chin myself 3 times.
Try it.
Okay. Here goes. I got the ring. Now I'll chin myself. 1, 2, help!
Holy mackerel! He rolled himself up in that window shade.
Help, let me out.
I guess that will teach him to show off his stomach muscles. My. This place needs tightening up a bit. I'll just set these next to the mouse hole.
Good morning. Are you up yet, Stuart? Stuart! Oh, now it's happened!
Oh, well, what has?
Stuart's got the mouse hole. Oh, my poor dear little son. I know he's just wedged in there somewhere.
Oh, now, Mother, just because you can't fit comfortably into a mouse hole, it doesn't mean it isn't a perfectly comfortable spot for Stuart. George.
Let's call Stuart. It's quite possible he's lost his way in there.
Okay, I'll count to 3. We'll all call Stuart's name. Wait 3 seconds and listen for his answer. 1, 2, 3.
Stuart! Look in the window shade.
Oh, it's no use. Stuart must be dead.
Oh, nonsense,
If
nonsense.
he is dead, we must go into mourning. I'll put on all the window shades.
Huh. George, whatever are you doing?
Pulling down the window shades so everyone will know we're mourning.
We've had enough problems today. Now we don't need to deal with your shenanigans.
Goodness, what was that?
Well, for the love of Pete, look who's here, Mom!
Oh,
Goodness, what were you doing in the window shade?
It's time somebody pulled down that window shade. That's all I can say.
are you okay?
Stuart, what are your things doing in front of that mouse hole anyway?
You can dry your own.
Are you hungry? Let's get some.
Let's get sushi.
One morning, when the wind was from the west, Stuart put on the sailor hat, took his spyglass down from the shelf, and set out for a walk, full of the joy of life.
I'm filled with the joy of life. I am also filled with the fear of dogs.
Stuart sauntered along Fifth Avenue, keeping a sharp lookout for dogs.
Oh no, a dog! I need a place to hide. Maybe I can crawl inside a newspaper. Excuse me, do you have a newspaper I can crawl inside?
Yes, okay?
Fine.
On the corner of Fifth Avenue, there were several people waiting for the uptown bus.
Here comes the bus. We better get our money ready.
What's that?
A coin. My father made it for me.
It's tinfoil.
Ah! That's the kind of money I carried.
Where are you headed, cutie pie?
I'm going uptown on a bus in a front row seat. From the corner of Fifth Avenue, going to West 72nd Street. I'm going
if you go further yet.
Down on West 28th is the original Tin Pan Alley. The Tin Pan Alley, Tin Pan Alley. We're going uptown, and it's going to be a treat. From the moment I got on this bus, going to West 72nd Street. We're going uptown, and we can't wait to meet all the people who walk down West 72nd Street. All those people who walk down West 72nd, West 72nd, West 72nd
Stuart hopped off the bus and joined the others who were hurrying across Central Park to the sailboat pond.
The Lillian B. Warmer is the fastest boat in Central Park, and I, Emily Murray, have never been defeated.
My boat's the fastest.
No, my boat's fast. It's your I'm gonna win this race.
Oh, no, you're not. My boat's the fastest.
So you're saying
Hey, wait for me! Excuse me, sir, but are you the owner of the schooner Wasp?
I am.
I'm looking for a berth in a good ship, and I thought perhaps you might take me on. I'm strong and I'm quick.
Yeah, but are you sober?
I do my work.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do with you. You see that big racing sloop out there?
I do.
That's the Lillian B. Womrath. And I hate her with all my heart.
Then so do I.
I hate her because she's always bumping into my boat, and because our owner is that lazy boy named Leroy, who doesn't understand sailing, and who doesn't know a squall from a squid,
Or a jib from a jug,
or a luff from a leech,
or a deck from a duck,
or a mast from a mist,
or a stem from a stern,
or a rudder from a rigging.
or a reef from a run.
If you want to win this race, you don't need a magic wand. All you need is the one to win, and you'll sail across that pond.
I really want to be that sloop. You can trust me to do my best for you.
I think you might just be the one I need to beat that detestable Lillian B. Womrath.
Leroy doesn't stand a chance, 'cause he doesn't know a squall from a squid,
Or a jib from a jibe,
or a loaf from a leech,
or a mast from a mist,
or a mast from a mist,
or a stem from a stern,
or a wasp from a womrath,
a wasp from a womrath,
a wasp
from a womrath. My young friend, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let you sail the Wasp across the pond and back. And if you can beat that detestable sloop, I shall give you a regular job.
Aye, aye, sir.
But you haven't told me what your name is.
I'm Stuart Little, second son of Frederick C. Little, of this city.
Well, bon voyage, Stuart. Take care of yourself. And bring the Wasp home safe.
That I will.
All right, let's go. Off to the pond to win that race.
Come on, everybody, let's go.
I'll be the referee.
and a good captain aboard. Stuart, this is the happiest day of my life. If I can ever do anything for you, let me know. My name is Dr. Paul Carey. I'm a dentist. Boats are just my hobby, but I'd be happy to have you take command of my vessel at any time.
Pleasure's all mine, Dr. Carey.
Oh, nice to meet you, Stuart.
One cold morning, Miss Little was shaking out her desk mop when she noticed a small bird on the windowsill. The bird was apparently dead.
Poor thing. Oh, good, she's still alive. I think it's best if she just stay here until she's feeling better. I'll just fix her a place here next to the Boston's burn, and I'll get her some food and water.
Say, Mom, do you know where my...
Oh, hello. Who are you? Where did you come from?
My name is Margalo. I come from fields tall with wheat and fern and meadows deep with fern and thistle. I come from vales and meadows sweet, and I love to whistle.
Say that again.
I can't. I have a sore throat.
I have a touch of bronchitis myself. You can use some of my gargle if you want to, and I have plenty of clean ice.
Well, thank you. You are very kind.
Did my mother take your temperature?
No, but I don't think it will be necessary.
Well, we better make sure, because I'd hate to have anything bad happen to you. I hope my parents are going to fix you up with a decent place to sleep. I can't say that I've never seen a creature as beautiful as this tiny bird. I think I love her already. Oh, yes, of course. Normal.
No, thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I should go to bed, sir.
Please don't call me sir. Call me Stuart.
Stuart?
Little.
It begins with capital S-T-U-A-R-T. That spells Stuart, that's the first part. Then capital L-I-T-T-L-E. That spells little, that's me. Spell it capital S-T-U-A-R-T. That spells Stuart, that's the first part. Then capital L-I-T-T-L-E. That spells little, that's me. Stuart Little, that's what they call me. Stuart Little, that's my name. Stuart Little, that's what they call you. Stuart Little, that's my name. Capital S-T-U-A-R-T, that spells Stuart, that's the first part. Then capital L-I-T-T-L-E, that spells little, that's me. Capital S-T-U-A-R-T, that spells Stuart, that's the first part. Then capital L-I-T-T-L-E, that spells little, that's me. Stuart Little, that's what they call me. Stuart Little, that's my name. Stuart Little, that's what they call you. Stuart Little, that's my name.
Well, very pleased to meet you, Stuart.
Pleasure's all mine, Margalo.
Well, good night.
Ah, she sleeps. She's truly a bird of paradise. I shall go to my room and dream of her. Wait a minute, what about that cat, Snowbill? Even though we agreed to be friends, I still don't trust him, especially with a bird in the house. Margalo could be in great danger.
Stuart then went to his room, took out his bow and arrow and the flashlight, and then crept quietly back down to where Margaret was sleeping.
Sleep dwell upon thy eyes, peace in thy breast. I heard that once in a movie.
Stuart then hid and waited for half an hour, quietly listening, watching, but he saw nothing, heard nothing, except the faint ruffling of Margalo's wings as she stirred in a dream.
Habitat Protectorate. Another movie.
Well, Margalo liked it so much at the Littles' house, she decided to stay for a while, instead of venturing back out into the open wilderness.
Morning, Margot. You're looking better today.
Stuart! Look at these new ice skates Mom made for you! She made them out of paper clips!
Paper clips. What an imaginative family. I do like it here. What a day. New ice skates and Margalo is staying. She grows more beautiful each day. I hope she never leaves. Well, there's nothing like a cold winter day for a little ice skating. Now, where should I go? I could go to that nice little boat pond in Central Park, or I could go to that cold little lake. Ruff! Oh no, if there's one thing that bothers me more than a cat, it's a dog. I need a place to hide! Help!
Stuart saw an open garbage can and quickly pulled inside. He barely escaped to the top. And a moment later, two garbage men came to take out the trash.
Okay, Hank, to the garbage can.
Right then, Zeke, to the garbage scout.
The garbage scout? That's a flatbed boat that takes the garbage out to sea.
Let's go.
Okay, Hank, to the garbage can.
Right. Into the scout.
Help!
Did you say something, Hank?
Yeah, I said thanks for your help, Zeke.
Sure thing, Hank.
All right, now, we're done. Do you want to go, maybe to the gym and we'll lift some weights?
No, thanks, Hank. I got to go home and take out the garbage.
After the load had been dumped into the scow of the East River, Stuart and the garbage were headed out to sea.
Oh no, they're taking this garbage and me out into the Atlantic Ocean. I guess this will be my last ride in this world. I'll just have to sit here bravely and die like a man. But I didn't. I wish I had taken out this garbage. Stuart, Margalo, how did you get here? Well, I was looking out the window this morning when I saw you were taking away our garbage man. So I hopped out the window and called, thinking you might need help. Now hang on, I'll fly you to safety. All ready?
With a flutter of wings, Margalo rose into the sky, and she and Stuart flew over the ocean and headed towards home.
Okay, we're almost home. I can see the towers and chimneys of New York. Margalo, you have saved my life. But it was my turn. What do you mean? I know who shot that arrow into Snowball's head that night. How do you know? Let's just say a little birdie told me. Now hang on.
I like the nighttime more than the daytime. I like the way my eyes glow in the dark. I like the nighttime more than the daytime. I like the nighttime in New York. I like especially when friends who I care for come wandering around. It makes me feel so good. This is the right time for me to meander with friends around my neighborhood. Like the Maltese cat at the A&P. Evening, Maltese.
Hello, Snowbell. How is it by you?
Can't complain.
Who was it anyway, right?
Then there's the white Persian in the apartment house next door. Nice night, bad bed.
I love the smell of spring and the
Babette. Top of the evening to you, Snowbell.
What are you reading, Tig?
Oh, just some poems by T.S. Eliot.
You say love tonight for a walk, no?
Yes!
We like the nighttime more than the daytime. We like the way our eyes glow in the dark.
We like the nighttime more than the daytime.
We like the nighttime in New York.
We like the nighttime.
Nighttime, nighttime in New York.
Good night, Babette.
Oh, good night, Babette.
Good night, Babette. Good night, Tig.
Good night, Snowbell.
Good night, Monty.
See ya, Snowbell.
And last but not least, there's the young Inguru who recently escaped from the pet shop on 3rd Avenue. Hey, what brings you to this neighborhood?
A rumor, my friend. A rumor.
A rumor?
I hate to live in a house with a mouse and a bird. You don't do anything about it. You get my drift.
I get your drift, but what can I do about it? The mouse is a member of the family, and the bird is a permanent guest like myself.
Well, all I can say is you got more something more than I have.
Well, to tell you the truth, I've been feeling terribly upset and nervous lately, and I think it's because I've been holding things in.
The two cats continued to talk about bird and mouse. And soon they awakened a gray pigeon who'd been sleeping in a vine overhead. The pigeon, not fond of cats in the first place, listened carefully.
If I were you, I'd gobble up that bird in a second.
I can't do that to my own family.
This sounds like an interesting conversation. Maybe I'd better stick around and see if I learn anything.
I think I duty towards those people, but I'm not a member of your family. There's nothing to stop me from eating that bird, is there?
Nothing to think of.
And here I go.
Wait until tomorrow, when Mr. and Mrs. Little will be out for the evening. You won't be taking such a risk.
All right, I guess I can wait.
Good. See you tomorrow.
Obliged to you.
Oh no, this is terrible. That cat plans to eat that bird. I must write a note from one feathered friend to another. Beware of a strange cat that will come into the night. Signed, a well-wisher. Oh no, whatever will I do? I dare not show this to anyone, not even Stuart.
Finally, just before dark, Margot hopped to an open window, and without saying anything to anybody, she flew away.
Goodbye. I hope someday that we shall meet again, my friend.
Margot flew north just as fast as she could fly. Something inside her told her that north was the way to fly when spring came to the land.
She's gone! She's gone! I've looked everywhere, and she's not here.
Margalo?
Margalo! Margalo!
Here, bird. I guess she had spring fever. A normal bird doesn't stay inside in this kind of weather.
I guess she's gone then. Well, we better go do the shopping.
Don't forget the bread and the milk and the birdseed. I guess you can forget the birdseed. We won't be knitting it anymore.
Sorry, Stuart.
Stuart was heartbroken. He couldn't eat. He lost his appetite. He lost weight.
I must go out into the world and look for Margot. And while I'm about it, I might as well seek my fortune too. The way may be long, but even a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Another
We'll take about a 10-minute intermission.
gathered all of his belongings into a bundle and tied it to the end of a matchstick. He then stole softly out of the house and took his first step on his new journey.
Goodbye, beautiful home. I wonder if I shall ever see you again. The world is a big place to look for a lost bird. Which way should I go? North, south, east, west? I need advice on such an important matter.
Stuart, this is the happiest day of my life. If I can ever do anything for you, let me know.
Dr. Carey. He's the person I can turn to. Madison Avenue and 53rd.
All right, Mr. Clydesdale. Put your arms here. So then, Mr. Clydesdale, if you'd brush your teeth more, you wouldn't be having these problems, would you? Always shoving them M&Ms in there? Yeah, well, we're going to fix it for you. Now, have this little thing. Open your mouth. This will help you hold your mouth open a little bit wider for me to get way in there. Good. Miss Swenson, we're going to need lots of gauze.
Right away, Dr. Carey.
Oh, come in. Oh, hello, Stuart. Stuart, this is my patient, Mr. Edward Clydesdale. Mr. Clydesdale, this is my friend, Stuart Little.
Very well, thank you.
Ah, so Stuart, what are you doing here?
I ran away from home this morning. I'm going out into the world to seek my fortune and look for a lost bird. Which way do you think I should go?
Huh, well, what color's the bird?
Black and yellow.
Black and yellow, I think you should go north. Don't you think so, Mr. Clydesdale? Huh. Yeah, he says he thinks you should go north, too. Or maybe look in Central Park. And you know, sometimes people with decayed teeth could still have good ideas. Yeah, and you know, if you can't find them in Central Park, you should look in Connecticut. All right, Mr. Clydesdale, let's get your tooth out, okay? It'll be all right. There it is. Oh, it's a nasty tooth. All right.
Here's your gauze, Dr. Carey.
Thank you, Miss Swenson. All right. Now, brush your teeth more, okay? And for 6 days, you can't eat or drink water or bread or anything. Now, when you come back, your tooth will be all fine. Okay, see him out, Miss Swenson. Pay your bill out there, please. All right, Stuart. Did you travel here on foot?
I did.
Huh. Well, you know, instead of building just model boats, I do cars as well. I've just built one that's just about the perfect size for you. It's even got a real gas engine. Do you think you can handle it?
Certainly.
All right, let's go out back and we'll start her up. Yeah, it goes back, way back to the Revolutionary days. Do you care for a smoke?
No, thank you. Don't smoke them away.
Ah, good idea. It's nasty.
But I'm rather thirsty. Do you have any sarsaparilla in your store?
We have got root beer and birch Scotch beer and ginger ale, soda with chocolate or vanilla. We've got some ice cream, nice cold ice floating on it, and gallons of sarsaparilla. We even got Coke and Pepsi, Dipsy, Pepsi, Popsy, Cola. Even got Moxie, little fella. Lemon and lime don't cost much more than a dime, and just a bit more for sarsaparilla. There's nothing like a long, cool drink when the weather is hot. There's nothing like the sound it makes when the fizz goes bzzz.
And the cap goes pop, pop. I'm looking for something that's really refreshing.
Gotta be straight from the chiller. We know what it is, all bubbles and fizz. A bottle of sarsaparilla. There's nothing like a long, cool drink
When the weather is hot.
There's nothing like the sound it makes when the fizz goes bzzz.
And the cap goes pop. I'm looking for something that's really refreshing.
Gotta be straight from the chiller, yeah.
We know what it is.
All bubbles and fizz. A bottle of fizz. Sarsaparilla.
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 Aw, that's
Yeah.
nice place you have here.
Yep. We sells everything. Yep. T-shirts, guns, all kinds of stuff. I even have these Barbies. This one, yep. We even sell stamps too. This here's the post office. Say, you're pretty short, aren't you?
For a mouse, I'm pretty tall.
Well, there's somebody in this here town you ought to meet.
Who's that?
Oh, her name's Harriet Ames. Young and pretty, and from a prominent family with plenty of money.
No, thank you, but I'm not much of a society man these days. Too much on the move. Here today, gone tomorrow. Which reminds me, it's time I'm on my way.
Good morning, Mr. Morrison. I'd like to mail this letter.
Okay, sure thing, Harriet.
Thank you.
Who was that?
That was Harriet Ames.
Harriet Ames, she is pretty. She's the only girl I've met that isn't miles and miles taller than me. Harriet Ames! No, that would be too bold. I shall write a letter to her. Sometimes it's easier to write than to speak.
Stuart
Good.
began to write a carefully worded letter to Harriet Ames.
My dear Miss Ames, I am a person of modest proportions. Maybe we could go canoeing together. Is there a river nearby?
Uh-huh. Ames River.
Is there a place to put in a boat?
Uh-huh. Ames Landing. It's about half a mile east of town.
Stuart asked Harriet to join him for a canoe ride.
At about 5 o'clock, I shall await your arrival with all the eagerness I can muster. Yours very truly, Stuart Little. Good. Well, then I'll assume she'll accept a ride in my canoe. Canoe? I don't even have a canoe. Do you sell canoes?
Well, silly, remember, I told you, we sells everything. I even got some little canoes in the back, just about your size. I sells them for souvenirs. They're only 25 cents.
I'll take it.
All right, well, let's go out back and load her up.
Stuart drove to Ames River down by Ames Landing, where he struggled with the canoe and he was tired and hot, while he finally tied to a rock and ribbon and waited for Harriet.
I'm rather nervous. I've never taken a girl canoeing before. I better brush my hair and comb my whiskers. My shirt is wet from nervous perspiration. Oh dear, it's nearly 5 o'clock. And it looks rainy. What will I do if Harriet Ames should show up and it would rain?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hi. Are you Miss Little?
It was nice of you to come.
It was very nice of you to ask me. Thank you.
Well, shall we take a ride in my canoe? It's gone! Oh gee whiz. Miss Ames, I assure you, I had everything beautifully arranged. And now look.
Oh, well, that's too bad. We don't have to go canoeing. We could go fishing.
With what? There's no fishing gear.
True. We could pretend we're fishing.
I don't want to pretend we're fishing.
Would you like a peppermint?
No, thank you.
Well, I don't see why you have to sit here and sulk. You could come back to my house after dinner. You can take me out to the dance at the country club.
No, thank you. I don't know how to dance. Besides, I plan to be on the road by daybreak. I'll probably just sleep here on the riverbank tonight.
Oh, well, it's starting to rain. Guess I better be on my way. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm sorry evening on the river had to turn out like this.
Don't mind, Mr. Little.
Harry walked along the cold, wet path, leaving Stuart alone without his canoe and his missing rings.
I wasn't very nice to her. I was actually a bit rude, I'm afraid. I have a ways to go before I can be called Mr. Little. I suddenly have so many problems. What should I do? What am I going to do?
Stuart gladly volunteered, and he arrived at the public school number 7 at 9 o'clock sharp.
Here we have a new substitute
Really?
teacher.
Excited.
I want to go.
Yeah, that was
Want to be a teacher now?
Can I have your attention, please? I'm here to be your substitute teacher.
You're too small to be a teacher.
Oh, fish feathers. Size has nothing to do with it. When you size up a fella, don't be swayed by his size. When you size up a fella, you've got to open your eyes. It's not whether he's big or medium or tall,
Or short, or fat, or skinny, or tall.
that won't make any difference at all. If you are wise. by his side.
Not by his side.
Very good, children. Always remember, it's temperament and ability that count, and knowing what's important. Ice cream. Ice cream is important. Anything else?
Summertime is important.
Yes, indeed it is. Say, is that a little pillow you're holding?
Yes.
Where'd you get it?
Well, it was given to me by a guy named Josh who didn't go to this school.
Shut up! Given to you, I suppose, at the lake?
Yes.
Never forget your summer times. Well, I've got to be going. Class is dismissed. Woohoo!
What a creeper.
Morning, Josh.
Well, what's your name anyway?
I'm Stuart Little, second son of Frederick C. Little of New York City.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Little.
Mr. Little. I like it, but it's still a bit premature. No man's a mister until he grows up and finds his fortune. Or his best friend in the world. Margalo, I've got to find her. Here's a fork in the road. Good morning. It's going to be a fine day.
A fine day. I am looking forward to climbing my poles.
Do you work for the telephone company?
I'm a repairman.
Say, do you see any birds on the tops of your poles?
Yes, I see birds in great numbers.
Well, if you ever come across a bird named Margalo, drop me a line. Here's my card.
What does she look like?
Black, black, and yellow.
You know where she comes from?
She comes from fields once tall with wheat, from pastures deep in fern and thistle. She comes from vales of meadow sweet, and she loves to whistle.
Fields, fern and thistle. I'll keep an eye out for you. Which direction are you headed in?
North, I think.
North is nice. South is a fine direction too. And then there's east,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome. But there's something about north, something that sets it apart from all the other directions. The person who's going north, in my opinion, isn't making a mistake.
That's the way I look at it. Well, I've got to be going now. Thank you for your friendly conversation.
Not at all. Look, my
I'm headed in the right direction. Though I've a long, long way to go. The sun is rising, its reflection is lighting up your eyes somewhere I know. You are my star, you are my sunshine. Your light will guide me on my way. And I know one day we'll be together, you and me. I'm headed in the right direction.
Did he keep traveling north?
Did he ever find his beloved Margalo?
Did he ever return to his home and family?
Perhaps each of us can supply the ending of this fascinating story about that remarkable little mouse.
He almost made the